problem that you are trying to solve, then ChatGPT, you will get to know the importance of ChatGPT easily. But yeah, if you're just trying ChatGPT for practice or just for some namesake, then you won't get the essence of it.
How could we improve for giving such prompts so that it can be give the information very easily and straight to the point? Like sometimes it gives a lengthy paragraph as you have shown in the morning.
Yeah.
So could you provide some cheat codes? A simple prompt like I have told before, like please attachment Instagram. So that type of cheat codes should you provide to get?
Yeah, you will get a book after the end of this workshop. I wrote that book, the prompt engineering book. There you will find many techniques and tips on how to get the most out of ChatGPT. And also, if you are active in that group that they just shared, I will be sharing some ChatGPT based cheat sheets in the coming days as well. Let's maintain a network so that I will be sharing more details. Or if you have something in you, it's all possible by building a community and sharing things that you know and getting things that others know. But yeah, in the book that I will be giving away to you, you will have all these cheat codes and tricks to get the most out of it.
So it's better to maintain open contribution, open source contribution like creating Discord server.
There were many platforms already out there. Even like I was maintaining many such broadcast platforms and WhatsApp groups. If you want, you feel free to join there and share your things.
You could provide those links in our
Sure, definitely. I will share that in the same group. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any other people have any doubts?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Myself Mohan. Sir, morning you told some kinds of prompts learning prompt, magic prompt like that. Here, if we observe the research prompts, sir, how we can use these prompts for research purpose?
Like in general, like research according to you, what is research according to you?
Actually, at present we are doing research.
Okay.
Now I am the research scholar.
Okay.
And we are going to do writing an article.
Okay.
Research paper. In that case, how it will effectively we can use.
What you have to do is, like I have shared one magic prompt right morning. You just paste that in custom instructions and ask it. Like it will, if you tell the reason why you are prompting ChatGPT, like I need this information for my research purpose and all, it will ultimately assign itself a role like research assistant or research expert or something like that. It will assign itself a role. Or if you are not using custom instructions, give this prompt in the initial days, like act as a research expert on so and so area and help me in completing my research successfully. Then it will ask you reverse questions like why you are actually doing this research, what you are trying to achieve after this research. It will ask you some list of questions. If you try to answer one by one, then ultimately you will get to know the flow. You will get to know the flow and you can make the most out of it. But the thing is, you need to make sure that ChatGPT assigned itself an expert. It might be through the custom instructions or it might be directly asking the role play prompt kind of thing.
So magic prompt it will work in reversion.
Yes. I showed it in the morning, right? There is a thing called custom instructions. Even free people can use it. If you copy and paste the prompt there, you can all the messages that you receive after that will have that impact.
Thanks.
Like not only ChatGPT, like anything that you feel will add value to your career, it might be on technologies, anything you can ask.
Anyone else?
Or you have an opinion that you want to share so that others can learn, even that's fine. It's
Yaswanth Bro, now we have prepared a book, right?
yeah.
For preparing a book and selling it online and not for using ChatGPT, we are using the AI tools, but the content which we have generated,
Yeah.
who holds the copyright ownership of this content?
In general, like if you publish as a book, then it won't be acceptable because people will raise copyright concerns and all. The reason why I said Gumroad, why I introduced that platform is, it is basically selling digital products. You don't necessarily need to have a license because people only get to see that after they pay the price and all, they don't have the access to preview and all, and it's something not available anywhere on the internet. It might be, if you try to publish that same on platforms like Amazon and Flipkart, it will reject it in the initial step itself, because it will, now every publishing platform has its own copyright scan thing. If it's AI generated, it will immediately detect that, but Gumroad, like, you don't have that restriction. Anyone can publish any kind of thing, because that's a digital product. That's it. It is not a copyrighted material, it is not a proprietary material, it is just a digital product. If people want to purchase that, they will do that. You might have known, like, there were other platforms like Study Pool, Course Hero, etc., where people sell their notes. Even the notes that you write is not your own right? Someone already made that textbook, or you copied that from the textbook and you will write the notes, you will sell that. Similarly, Gumroad is also a similar platform. If you are selling something as a PDF, which means, like, it's not something copyrighted, it's not something proprietary, so no one owns copyright for that, and even people can download it and resell as another product. You cannot complain about that, because it's something not copyrighted, you don't own the copyright, and others also don't own the copyright. Basically, these are reselling books, reselling PDFs, that's it.
And coming to this copyrighted content thing and all, now as you have mentioned, these AI tools, now they came to know that this content is generated by AI and all.
Yeah.
And coming to, if we take a new platform called Gravity Write,
Okay.
there's an AI tool, Gravity Write. If we use the Gravity Write, it is easy to bypass the plagiarism check and all.
The thing is, it's not only about plagiarism stuff, because even if you ask ChatGPT to generate content in a unique way, or customize or rewrite, it will help you to do that. But the problem is, if someone notices that you are using the content which is actually owned by him, even though you rewrited the book, but the concept will remain the same, right? For study materials and all, no one cares, because study material is same for everyone. But if it's something which is related to research related, or something which is related to a technology or a research paper or any case study, then people own copyright ultimately. If your product is going viral, then ultimately people will catch that, because they might have heavily invested on that product, right? So they will regularly keep scanning about what similar products are trending, or what similar products are people selling and all. They can easily find it out. You can change the style, but you cannot change the content, right? If you change the content, then it's your own thing. So that is the reason why you cannot use that anywhere. Even if you try to write blogs using ChatGPT, it won't work. Google will reduce your rankings, and your website will go into a problem. So that's not an ideal way. But you can ask ChatGPT to help you to write a blog. It will give you outline, you can write content on that. You can ask ChatGPT to proofread your content, just upload whatever you write. You might feel like you're not confident in English writing. Write whatever you want and ask ChatGPT to correct the mistakes. It will correct and give you the copy. You can use ChatGPT something like this, but not to write original content, because ChatGPT's content is copied from somewhere. Even it has been trained with textbook data or data from multiple resources, right? So you cannot depend on ChatGPT for original content. It's never, the purpose of ChatGPT is not that. To learn or to brainstorm or to discuss or to improve, that is how you should use ChatGPT.
Then how we could use this ChatGPT in our freelancing platforms and all? If it is
there were few things where you don't need to publish. Let's suppose social media posts. No one give you a copyright strike for social media post. You can write whatever you wish. You can ask ChatGPT to customize it. Or if you feel like you have something in your mind, you want to share that in social media, but you are not confident on using good vocabulary or good grammar, just ask ChatGPT. I want to create a LinkedIn post on this line, or maybe like you topped in the academics, you want to share that in LinkedIn as an achievement. Ask ChatGPT, I topped in my academics, I want to share this happy message in LinkedIn with my followers. It will give you some paragraph of line. You can use something like this. Even brands, if there is an e-commerce brand, they need to regularly post about the trends that are happening in their space. If you know what trend to post about, ask ChatGPT to give some information. They are not copyright content, right? Social media post is one thing, and proofreading is something, because for even only for proofreading, people hire a lot of people with high salaries, because someone write the content, but they need someone to proofread the entire content and make sure there were no mistakes, no plagiarism stuff and all. You can just ask ChatGPT to correct the mistakes, grammar mistakes, vocabulary mistakes, spelling mistake, whatever it might be. And also, I said outline. if you are working as a freelancer to a brand or freelancer to a content creator needs a script for their video, right? You prepare a script using ChatGPT. He will not publish script anywhere, right? He use that to make the content in another form. The form is video here. It might be for carousel content again, it might be any kind of social media content. You just need to use that for research, which will kills a lot of time, because in any content, publishing any content, research took a lot of time. Even to write a blog, research takes around 70% of the time. Writing a blog is, if you have a content ready, you can write it anyway. If you know English, that's it. So in this way you can use that. The thing is, instead of doing the task for 24 hours, you can do 24 tasks in 24 hours with the help of ChatGPT. It is saving you time and making you more productive.
And coming to that, we have discussed in the morning, we have discussed about the Midjourney, right?
Yeah.
And as you have mentioned, you are preparing your YouTube thumbnails using Midjourney.
Yep.
And coming to the images which were made by the Midjourney, and who holds the copyright ownership of the thumbnails which we are making using Midjourney?
We are the copyright owners.
And as it was generated by AI, how we can take the ownership of the copyright?
The thing is, we are giving our prompt here, right? So we are paying money for that. That is the reason why Midjourney cannot be accessible for free. If you are paying money, you are using the training of Midjourney. In general, you don't need a Midjourney actually. If you are a Python developer, you can recreate all those things by using code. It is possible. If you are coding that from scratch for 0 rupees, you are not paying anything, right? You can still generate these kind of images, but you need a lot of training data, you need a lot of infrastructure. Because you don't have the training data, you don't have the infrastructure, you are using someone's data and someone's infrastructure to generate images. That is the reason why you are paying money to Midjourney.
Then for ChatGPT Plus also we are using the subscription, right? Then
Yes.
we can take the ownership of the content which was generated by the ChatGPT also.
Yes, you can, but Google has no problem with the content. Google will only reduce your rankings. Google will not block your website. Google will not stop showing that to people. If you have the link, you share with people, Google will allow that. But if you try to get ranking in Google, it won't be possible, because Google prefers organic content over AI generated content. Apart from that, Google has no problem with whatever way that you use to generate content. Even if you write the plagiarized content in Google, Google will take it. Google will not block you, but Google will not rank you. That's the only problem.
For in this case, if we prompt the ChatGPT in another way, that something like check the plagiarism check and use the SEO keywords in my material, so that it could be ranked better in the platform.
No. SEO is different. AI based scan is different, because SEO is important for anything. It might be AI generated blog or organic blog or even plagiarized blog. If you are not using SEO, your page will not be shown to anyone. So that's important thing. But the problem with AI generated content is Google will, because even Google has lot of data, right? It can understand how the style of AI is and how the style of human will look like based on the training that it has been given. It will catch. So use ChatGPT to write a blog and customize it. Customize 50% of the blog and upload it as your own blog. Then Google will not recognize that, because Google will see the human touch there. But if you just ask ChatGPT something and upload that in a platform, then ultimately Google will get their style. So here the style is important, and the effort that you are putting is also important.
And in the same case, if we check one, there's a Google platform called Content at Scale.
Sorry?
Content at Scale.
Okay.
Which is a platform which is used to check that the content generated is generated by AI or not.
Yeah.
If we take the ChatGPT content and paste it over there, it easily finds that it was generated by GPT or it is generated by AI material.
Yeah.
And if we take the same content from another platform such as Gravity, right, as I have already mentioned,
Yeah.
and in that case, this kind of platforms were unable to find it was generated by AI.
Because those platforms are trained with GPT style. Every platform has their own style, right? Even if Bard comes up with more advanced version similar to ChatGPT, recognizing Bard content needs some different software, because GPT style content, like now everyone can recognize that, because they use some common words like unleash. There were some keywords that ChatGPT based content uses. So any scanner will recognize that easily. But if another software comes into live, in the initial 1 to 2 months or even 3 to 4 months, brands will not recognize it, even because people are only focusing on ChatGPT now. But if all the platforms comes up with these kind of AI based applications, then ultimately they will propose an algorithm. See, if platforms like these are coming up, then ultimately the platforms which can regulate this content will also comes up. Maybe you might not be regulate all the types of content now, because many people are already posting blogs related to AI, but they were able to see the downfall of rankings. Even like we experimented multiple times earlier in my organization, and even me as a person, I find out that the same content, if I write by my own, it's ranking well, but the same content, if I use a ChatGPT to do that, it's not ranking at all. Even in the initial days, like I tried this in January 2023 and all, like only from December it goes live to everyone, right? I tried in January itself, even the blogs were not ranking now. So somehow,
in such a case, how about prompting the ChatGPT in a different way?
it's not about ChatGPT here, like you need to understand it. It's about the scanning tools or regulatory tools. If they are also building them, they are also finding them to be more effective, similar to which can understand ChatGPT. Now the one bad thing about ChatGPT, like why companies are regulating ChatGPT content, is it has an API, OpenAI's API. Anyone can use the API key to train their own model. You can create your own ChatGPT kind of app in 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. There are apps like chartbase.co and all. If you have the API access, you can build another ChatGPT, right? Similarly, companies who are regulating ChatGPT content, they also have the API key of OpenAI. They can use the same OpenAI key to train their regulatory model to see how ChatGPT will give answers and all. So they have the complete information about ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is open source. If you build a closed proprietary software similar to ChatGPT, then Google cannot analyze it. No one cannot analyze it. You can, you can do that. But there are options like Google has this limitation. If you are building generative AI model, make it open source. Otherwise, I will not allow. This is a statement from Google. So if you build a generative something like this, and if you want to rank on Google, you need to make that open source. If you build a proprietary model like how Microsoft build Windows or MS Office, then ultimately no one can identify, because no one knows what you use to train your model. If OpenAI doesn't tell anyone that I used LLM or I used generative AI, then no one knows that, right? Because OpenAI revealed that, everyone is able to know that, because OpenAI has that open API which is public, everyone can access for free now. At least the 3.51, everyone can access for free. So they will use that API to train their regulatory check model. So that is how they are able to identify targets.
In such a case, as we have discussed earlier about this gravity, right, and all, how about using those kind of platforms to make some freelancing gigs and all? As these kind of materials were not found that it was written by AI or which was developed by AI, in such a case, how about using these kind of platforms to make money in these kind of scenarios?
The thing is how long it will go, that is important, right? If you depend on that, some one or two other models which were not very renowned as ChatGPT, you might get money for 1 month or 2 months, because people are not able to recognize that. But once after it became popular, if everyone started to use that, then ultimately again it will become another ChatGPT. So we need to change our intention on how to use AI, because if we feel like we need to use that way, our mindset will turn into the similar way. Then ultimately we will lose our originality easily. So we should never use, I recommend at least, we should never use AI tools to copy and paste the content. If we do that, then make sure you are not posting it in a platform where license will be credible. If you post it on social media, no one cares, because that is your personal feed. That is your wish to post whatever you wish. But if you post it, if you publish it in a platform where licensed people are also publishing their content, then ultimately people will start questioning you. Platforms will start taking action. So yeah, we can use it, but we need to know how to use it properly. That's the only thing that we need to think of.
Yes, and another thing, as you have mentioned about the blog which you have written a few years back, and which was not that the Google was not that much supporting as it was written by AI or something. And in such a case, how about giving a prompt in an effective way that the generated content by ChatGPT was not to be the content which was written by ChatGPT, and it seems to be a content which was written by a human.
So sir, I didn't get the last statement.
That means as we have generated a content,
Yeah.
then how about giving a prompt in a perfect way such that the content which was generated by the ChatGPT seems to be a human written and not to be seemed like AI written.
I ask you, like, even like people who are writing the blog post, they are using the same prompt now. People who are writing blogs using ChatGPT, they are also smart, they are also using ChatGPT in a similar way. They will ask something like this: make sure your content will resemble human written content. People will give such kind of a prompt, but still, because it's AI, it is trained on a large language model, it will not change it.
Then how far prompt engineering is useful for us to fulfill our needs?
Sorry?
Then how far prompt engineering is useful for us to fulfill our needs in scenario of freelancing?
Like I already told you, right? Content research is one thing, script writing is one thing, proofreading is one thing, social media posting is one thing, even the outline creation is one thing. If someone is working on a course, help him to give him an outline. Or if someone is creating a tutorial on something, it might be Udemy course or something, give him suggestions on, you should follow this content and all. Content research is the most important skill these days, because even like to create a YouTube video, in general, my example, I use it to spend 2 to 3 days on research part itself. Need to collect information from multiple sources and all. But with the help of ChatGPT, it's doing in less than 30 minutes all the research that I want. I just throw my inputs to ChatGPT. This is the video that I wanted to make about. Give me all the things that I want. I will ask so and so thing, and ChatGPT will give me. Content research is something which is popular, and even in Fiverr and Upwork, you will see content research. If you search for that, you will find lot of gigs. And copywriting is something. It might be social media copy. It might be landing page copy. You are just not copy and paste it. You are just modifying that. You are modifying the content. You are personalizing it for the brand or the client that you are working for. There are n number of ways apart from copy and pasting the blogs.
Yes. Thank you, Yaswanth, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And clapping for stopping the questions or what?
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, my friend Vijay is asking how to write an assignment. So
Then let Vijay ask
So
it.
he is very shy.
Shy of what?
Yeah. How to write an assignment so teacher should not able to find.
No, give him the mic.
Okay, sir. This is my question. Okay.
Okay.
How to write an assignment so teacher should not able to find it.
That's ask ChatGPT the same thing, because the teacher is a human, right? Ultimately, he cannot find. AI will only find AI written content. Human cannot. And
Okay,
what
sir.
assignments that you are planning to write using ChatGPT?
Sir, any English related English content.
Like you can write that, like you can ask it to personalize it according to your style and all, or you share something in custom instructions that this is my writing style. I only write mistakes on every paragraph. Make sure you also write mistakes on every paragraph. Something like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hi.
My question is that how can a person who asks AI questions get top 10% in jobs placements?
Sorry. Can you repeat it?
How can a person who asks questions to AI get top 10% in job placements?
Because as you said, like we saw few examples in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I just showed how using ChatGPT can replace the entire industry.
Yeah.
Using AI can replace the entire industry. But how many of you know that there is such thing possible with AI? Not everyone are aware of it, right? Only when you try using ChatGPT more and more, I got to know that, because I tried multiple ways using ChatGPT and I found out that okay, this is also possible with ChatGPT. So that is a skill, right? Trying and finding out what can we do, what are the things possible with some tool. It might be ChatGPT or any tool. If you create tools like Midjourney and all, like I got an idea to create thumbnails only because initial days I started using Midjourney just for fun, exploring the images and some social media posts and all. Later I got to know that okay, we can also change the resolution in Midjourney. We can also swap our faces using some plugins attached with Midjourney. I came to know all of that. Then only I will get to know is right. Knowing this one needs consistency. If you are using ChatGPT in a consistent manner, you will get to know tricks and hidden tips out of ChatGPT that only 10% of the people will do. There are more than billion ChatGPT users currently, but not even 1 lakh people are using it effectively. because they use it for fun, they use it to just test it, or some use it just because others are using. They are not using for their own purpose, they are not using to solve any problem. It might be their own problem, might be their organization problem or college problem or any problem it might be. Use ChatGPT for problem solving, you will get to know how you can disrupt other areas or how you can replace other jobs. It's simple as that. Even the other example that I mentioned, one founder dismissed or laid off entire staff just because a tech person introduced, like used OpenAI's GPT-4 to create a chatbot which is similar to ChatGPT, which can handle the support tickets and all. The reason why the layoffs happened there, because he is the reason for that, right? He knows how to use ChatGPT effectively. Those who got replaced, they are not aware of ChatGPT, so they got replaced by a person who knows ChatGPT effectively. It will only be possible with the help of the amount of practice that you put into. Like if you are using it for the first time or second time or even 10th time, you are only aware of ChatGPT is something which is a chatbot. But if you want to see the other side of ChatGPT more than the chatbot, you need to talk to it like a friend, spend time with it like a friend, then only you will get to know it. I hope it answers your question.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Sir, I want to ask a question. How to humanize the response generated by the ChatGPT?
You need to tell that to ChatGPT, the exact thing. But still, even though you put many prompts, many instructions to ChatGPT that I want to make it like human friendly.
What are the specific prompts that we should give for making it like more humanizable?
You just need to ask in a simple way. That's you don't need a specific prompt for that.
Like
But
there
still,
should be a specific keywords, right?
you can tell them like give me the result in a human style. After the end of every sentence, add this paragraph. But the thing here is, the catch here is, what is human style? Every individual has their own style of writing, right? You write in such a way that maybe your friends will not relate to that. Your friend will write in such a way that it's more posh and more vocabulary friendly. Some will write in such a way they use little English, more more sentences. Like each individual has their own writing style. So if you ask ChatGPT that I want the result in a human style, it said like even I was trying to answer in a human style. Even ChatGPT was trying in a human data, right? With the human data that it has. If AI don't train itself using the AI data, because even ChatGPT has been trained with the human data only. So it's not possible because there is no right meaning for that human style. The only way is in the custom instructions, tell about yourself that I showed this morning. Tell about yourself, like what I do, why I'm using ChatGPT for. This is my goal. Like I want to build my career in this so and so area. So whenever you are answering me anything, keep this in mind. So you tell these kind of instructions to ChatGPT in the custom instructions, so that it will understand that it will not become generic. It will act according to your instructions that you have gave in custom instructions. So that is the only way, because there is nothing called human touch. Everything is a human touch, and every individual has their own style.
So one more question. If we write a prompt in that, and if we get a something result, if we copy that result and again ask to ChatGPT, it says like, yeah, I have generated this. How to overcome that?
How to?
Like how can we not get a prompt like, yeah, it's not have been written by the ChatGPT?
Okay. Then mention that in custom instructions. Don't follow this style. You can write whatever the length that you wish in custom instructions. It has a maximum cap. So write them like, don't give me such kind of responses to me. In that also I shared that magic prompt, right? If you paste that on ChatGPT, it will not act as dumb, because it will ask you the confirmation every time that answers your question, that answers your prompt, so that it will not get repeated. Like it will follow your instructions, and it will only give you the final answers upon your satisfaction. That magic prompt is something that I believe everyone should use. like not only ChatGPT, like I told you, like if you have any query related questions based on my experience, I can definitely help you with that. It might be related to jobs or other technologies as well.